What's up, everybody? Hey, this is Phil from Walmart Right Lane Trucking coming at you. It is Sunday night, Monday morning. I say Monday morning because, again, I shut down just after midnight. Yep. I extended that day all the way today. Yeah, I wanted to get in as many miles as I can to finish out the weekend mileage. And, yeah. So, my day started in an undisclosed location in West Sacramento. No, I overnighted at ProPack. I don't know if you could overnight there, can't overnight there. There's plenty of Walmart trailers in there. I figured it wouldn't be any harm to have a Walmart tractor and trailer in there. But that's where I got to last night, and that's where I filmed from last night. So I started my day there. So that is about, and I was on my way to McCarran. So that's about 160 miles, 158 miles from there to McCarran. On the way to McCarran, I got my dispatch, and they gave me a 3-stopper, which is good. I like 3-stoppers, anywhere from 3 to 4 stores. I like to be active and get that taken care of. And believe it or not, they were miles apart. I mean, they were really close together. So the first store, all these stores I've been to before, so pretty easy peasy as far as that goes. Nothing new, nothing I had to figure out. Just plug in the numbers and let the GPS take you to where you need to go. But I already knew where they were because I've been there before, so I just plug it in just for shoots and giggles. It also lets me know how many miles I have left till I get there, so that's why I really do it. So the first store was in Granite Bay, and that's a neighborhood market. And then the other two were super centers. One was in Roseville, considered Roseville, and then the other one was considered Antelope, California. But those three areas are like bam, 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 right next to each other. So, I mean, they're miles apart. Miles. All right, so at the stores, they did really good today. I mean, Granite Bay neighborhood market, he did really good. He got it off rather quickly and everything else. Now, I got to the second store, which is the Roseville store, and I called on my handy-dandy little radio, my little walkie-talkie, you know, and I let them know I was there. And I got a response was, oh, they're on meal. It's going to be about 30 minutes. And I didn't respond to the initial, hey, it's going to be 30 minutes. So when I called them, I was just getting ready to finish backing to the door. That way they have time to get ready and everything else. By the time I back up the rest of the way to the door, get out, get over to the man door to get in. So I did all that, and then I went to the man door, and I'm calling again because nobody's answering the door. And I again got that response was, hey, it's going to be about 30 minutes. They're on meal. I politely said to them over the radio, I have other deliveries. That's not the way this is supposed to work, and I need to get going. To that, I got a response was, I'll take care of him. I'm on my way. So I didn't take no for an answer. I didn't take, oh, they're going to take a half an hour meal for an answer. And I told them thank you like several times for making sure to take care of me, because I had other stores to get to and I still needed to get back to McCarran. So they got me done in less than 30 minutes. So the people that are supposed to do it on meal, challenge that, guys. Sometimes tell them that's not the way it's supposed to work, that you're supposed to get in and out because you got other deliveries to go to. It'll work sometimes, not always, not all stores. Believe me, not all stores. So then I went to the next store. Now the next store, the store didn't have a manager on duty, and they didn't have a key to unlock the man door. So I had to walk all the way around. Hey, I'll get some exercise. Now, this store in Antelope, the location is kind of sketch at night anyway. I've been in this store several times, and one of the first times I was there, I wasn't even working for Walmart at the time. I was working for UPS at the time, and I was actually with my trainer, teaching me things, and we stopped in there at the back of the store and parked, and he used the restroom and everything else. Now, on the grocery side, there's an open field. And when we were there years ago, the brush was all overgrown, almost like a fire hazard. And I guess they figured it out and said, we'll cut it down. Now, the problem with that, or the good thing, I don't know if it's a problem or a good thing, since that brush and the trees and everything in there was so overgrown, it was like a homeless encampment as well. Well, when they cleaned it out, they also cleaned out a lot of the homeless. Unfortunately, or fortunately for them or not for them, I don't know, they came back. And so when I pulled in tonight, there was a few people that were kind of sketchy. They had cars. And I don't know if the car was having a problem. I don't know what the circumstance was, but it was in a weird location. It just didn't look right. I just continued doing my thing. Security's going around. I'm figuring security's taking care of what they got to take care of. I parked, went in, took care of my business, and came back out to another Walmart tractor waiting to get in. Tractor trailer waiting to get into the dock. I tried to signal him to let him know I was there, but I don't know if he was laying down or he or she went inside. I didn't see the driver, so I couldn't tell the driver, give the driver a little heads up on, hey, you're gonna have to walk around on this one. But it is what it is. Now, the thing about that one is I know it was probably the meat and produce guy. And I say that because when I was pulling out of my first store, he was pulling in, or she. I don't know if it was a he or she. Pulling into the first store. And So I got to my second store and I let them know, hey, you're going to have the meat. Possibly you're going to have the meat and produce guy coming right behind me, because if he's on the same kind of loaded schedule that I have with this meat and produce, he's following behind me. And I'm thinking that's what the case was. I think he had the same stores I had, and I just got there before him on each of the stores. So that really helped, and made sure that, one, that there's people around for him. Two, I didn't have to wait on him or her to get in and out of the docks. I was getting in and out of the docks before him. So that really helped. So, hey, I wanted to show you this cool thing. If you see, I always wear this, right? Somebody's asked me what this is right by my name here, and I don't know if I could show it to you real close. Let me see if I can get it up close. So it says, stay focused, stay safe. I picked that up at the McCarran, DC, and it's like a little set of eyeballs, right? Stay focused, keep your eyes on the road, that kind of thing, right? Stay alert, stay focused on your task, whatever that might be. It could be, it doesn't even have to be driving. It could be walking. It can be getting out of your tractor. It can be, whatever. Staying focused inside so that you don't get hit or run over. So packages don't fall on you when they're bringing the pallets out. It could be a lot of different things, but I always kid around saying it's my extra set of eyes, so I can do other things while driving, and this has got my back here. I'm just teasing, but it's just a reminder, and it's kind of a superstitious thing now. I always put it on, so I'll change shirts. I take this off when I go to bed, and then I'll change it to the next shirt in the morning, because I always have a fresh shirt on every day. So kind of superstitious, got to have that on there every day. My other thing that I know, I don't work for them anymore, but I carry two things around in my pocket every single day, and it's in my little, it's a little pocket pouch here. It's a little bag like so, and inside the bag I have these two coins. Here's one, here's the other. These are kind of like challenge coins in the military for military officers. They call them challenge coins. And on the other side it says, and I'll read it to you guys, but and then this side has hands on it, holding hands kind of thing. So this one was given to me when I became a manager. The ones with the hands, it says determined, partnership, and results. So when you become a manager at UPS, or even a salaried supervisor, you become a partner in the company. You start earning stock and shares in the company based on performance, and that's given out. And the big boss sent this out to all of us as a reminder that we need to work together and just be teamwork kind of thing. Now, this other one, the one with this, I know it's hard to see that way, but that's a DTS. UPS has their own training program to train the trainers and teach them the UPS way of training. It's much like the Walmart way of training or pre-tripping and stuff like that. But on the top it says, train the way you drive. On the bottom it says, drive the way you train. So we had to earn these. We had to earn these coins. They were not just given to us. It was a boot camp style training. Locally, you do your training with your local trainer. You get your CDO, and you spend a lot of time learning the methods, verbalizing the methods, physically doing the methods. And when I say the methods of how to couple and uncouple a set of twin trailers, how to couple to a 53-foot trailer, how to couple to a 45-foot trailer, how to drive a 53, how to tow it around, and how to tow around everything, tow them all around. You spend a lot of time. Majority of the time is spent driving in the city. Not the highway, not the interstate, not the back rural roads, but in the city, driving around your set everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. And my trainer and I, or he took me all over Sacramento, Elk Grove, that whole area. That's where we did a lot of our training, and in and out, and just driving constantly for 10, 12 hours, the 10 and a half hours, 11 hours of driving that we could get done, we did all in the city. Talk about, one, challenging. Two, my knee on the clutch started burning every day. Every day that thing was burning. Because it wasn't driving these automatics we drive here. It was driving a manual 10-speed transmission, pulling a set through the city, everywhere you can go. But train the way you drive the way you train became the mantra. So you finish up with your local trainer, and then you go to Chicago for 3 more weeks of that same thing. And Chicago, it's more of a suburb. It's called South Holland, Illinois, outside of Chicago. But South Holland, Illinois, there's the city of South Holland, and you have to drive through that. And not only that, you're reciting all the methods verbally. And you had to have your own, what we call space and viz commentary. And that space and viz commentary, you had to be able to say and memorize word for word all of these things. And there was pages upon pages of things that you had to memorize and be able to recite while driving through the city, pulling your set, watching traffic, calling out pedestrians, calling out cars coming out of the driveways, sounding your horn at them. They put you through the ringer, and then you had to come up with your own space and viz commentary, which took your 5 seeing habits and your 10-point commentary, and you meshed them together with what we call drill drives. And it was an experience. And I carried these around everywhere I go because I earned them. But it's also, again, my own little superstitious thing. These remind me to drive the way if I was still training. And this reminds me to stay safe every day, right? So what do you do to remind yourself to be safe every single day? Do you think about safety every day? Because if you're not, you're gonna something's gonna happen. And you've got to stay focused on that safety aspect every single day. And when we used to train a new driver, we had to show them how to drive. We had to drive. We would also get in the tractors with the experienced drivers, the guys, what they call, here it would be a 3 million or a 2 million mile drivers, right? Our 2 million, 3 million mile drivers, they called them Circle of Honor drivers, but they didn't really count it as miles. They counted it in years of accident-free, preventable accidents. So we had drivers that were 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50 years of safe driving with the UPS. And you have to get in the tractor and ride along with them and then critique them on their bad habits that they've developed in those. Now, they're safe drivers. They're wearing that safe patch and they're Circle of Honor. But you still had to tell them, hey, I really would need you to fix this. Your hand position on the steering wheel is this. Or, hey, that last turn, I didn't see you look in your mirror. So, in a sense, we were the DMV instructors going out with them and telling them what they did wrong, as well as telling them what we liked about what they did. And if they were the Circle of Honor drivers, thanking them for driving safe every single day. But it was a challenge. And then, obviously we got to drive as well because the operation needed, when the operation needed it, we all drove. We drove and went and picked up loads and did what we had to do as well. But what do you do to remind yourself to drive safe every day? Leave a comment for me. I want to know. Maybe I can incorporate that in my plan, right? But anyway, if you're thinking about Walmart, my employee number is up here, driver referral. Come on aboard. We're hiring. And you too can be here in Nyack with me if you're in the West Coast here. I think I didn't count them all up, but there's about a half a dozen or more of us here in Nyack tonight. Oh, I didn't finish that, right? So I got back to McCarran after those 3 stores, drove all the way back there. And at that point, I had 450 miles or something like that on for the day. I could have called it a day. They dispatched me, but I could have called it a day, grabbed the load. I could have went down to Boomtown. I could have just stayed there. I could have called it a day. But I wanted to get just a little bit further. So I ended up with 534 miles today. And again, these are weekend miles, so that's why I wanted to do it. I'm having a great week, at least mileage-wise. I would say dollar-wise too, because I don't think any day was less than $400 this week so far. Each day was over 500 miles. So I've got almost 2,100 miles in 4 days of work, and I still got the rest of tomorrow to finish up, and then I go home. So 2,100 miles almost, and a little over $1,600 in 4 days of work. Easy peasy. Come join the fun. Talk to you later.